Hello everyone! Today I'll show you 5 Python built-in functions that can make your life as a developer dramatically easier. These are not just tools, but little magic tricks that will help you write cleaner, faster, and more efficient code. Whether you're working on data analysis, automation, or even web development, these functions save your time and effort. You'll reduce boilerplate code, improve readability, and might even make your colleagues a little envious of how Pythonic your solutions are. So we'll explore enumerate to simplify indexed loops, zip for combining data effortlessly, sorted for flexible sorting, map for applying transformations in one line, and the powerful duo of any and all for condition checks. Each tip will come with practical examples and real-world applications that I will give for you. So let's get started. Let's talk about enumerate, a Python built-in function that simplifies looping with counters. If you have ever needed to loop through a list while keeping track of the index of each element, enumerate is for you. So traditionally, you might have used a for loop with the indexed count. We have, for example, here apple, banana, and cherry, 3 items, and we want to print each of them, index and the item name. So usually with a for loop, we do it like this, and we receive apple, banana, and cherry. This works, but it's verbose and harder to read. Instead, with enumerate, you can reduce the complexity and make your code more Pythonic. So to do this, we use following line. And if I run this, you might see it will give me the same exact result. And of course, enumerate returns both the index and the items, allowing you to avoid manually managing counters. Your loops are much easier to read, and you can even specify where to start indexing. For example, here I have an example that we can use when we want to start not from 0 but 1. And if I run this, you can see our first is apple, second is banana, and third is cherry. So use enumerate whenever you need both the index and value in the loop. It makes your code more efficient and readable, helping you to avoid bugs with manual index handling. Next, let's talk about the zip function. This function pairs elements from multiple iterables like lists or tuples into tuples. It's a simple but very powerful tool for merging data. So imagine you have 2 lists, one of names and another of corresponding scores, ages, or whatever. You could loop through both lists manually like this, and you can print each of them. But using zip, you can do this more elegantly. And if I'll uncomment this, we'll see exactly the same results, Bob, Alice, and you can zip as many lists or iterables as you want. If they are of different lengths, zip stops at the shortest one. It reduces the need for indexing and makes code more readable. Whenever you need to pair elements from different lists or iterables, zip should be your go-to function. It keeps your loops concise and your code easy to follow. Next, let's talk about sort. A built-in function that simplifies sorting collections. Sorting is a common task in programming, and Python makes it very easy. The sorted function sorts an iterable like a list and returns a new sorted list. So we have a very basic example that I can run. We have 4 numbers in a list, 3, 1, 4, 2, and we sort it. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine if you would like to sort this list without this sorted function. You would need to write a pretty complex for loop, right? But also, that's not the end. You can customize the sorting by using the key arguments. For example, you can sort a list of dictionaries by a specific key. And here I have an example. So I can uncomment this one, and we can run this. And you might see that I have here Bob, and now because we sort it by an age at the beginning is Bob. So this returns a new sorted list, leaving the original one intact. And of course, you can sort based on any criteria using the key arguments. So I must mention that's a very efficient, flexible, and easy to use function for sorting any iterable. It saves you from manually writing sorting logic and improves code readability. Next, let's explore the map function. This function allows you to apply a function to every item in an iterable, like a list, without using explicit loops. Suppose you want to square every number in the list. A traditional approach might involve looping over the list, you might see. And if I run this, we receive 14916. But with map function, this becomes a one-liner code. And if I'll uncomment this, we'll receive exactly the same results, but now it is in one line and it's way easier to read. So map is a functional programming tool that simplifies repetitive transformations. Usually, as a beginner programmer, you never use this map, but when you advance, you'll see that it's very easy to understand the code when you look at it if it uses map. It reduces the need for explicit loops and makes the transformation concise whenever you need to apply a function to each element in a list or any iterable. So it's a great tool. It's compact and expressive, making your code easier to write and read. And finally, let's move on to two powerful functions, all and any. These functions are useful for checking conditions across collections without needing explicit loops. All checks if all elements in an iterable are true, and any checks if any element is true. But the same, what's the name, that's exactly the same what it represents. Imagine you want to check if all numbers in a list are positive. Without all, you might use following for loop. So let's run it. Yep, that's all positive, but if I'll write -1, it will be false because it's not all positive. So let's remove it back. But if I would like to use all, you might see I have this if all line. You can simplify this using this one line. And if I'll run this, it is all numbers are positive, right? And if I'll change this to -1, it will give me false. And this was not printed because it is false and it didn't came to this line. That's cool, great. Okay, and similarly, to check if any number is negative, you can use any here. And that's exactly the same. If I'll use it, there is a negative number in our list. And if I'll remove this, there shouldn't be. That's very simple way how you can use all and any, but it's very powerful functions that not every programmer uses. So both functions eliminate the need for loops and conditional checks. Your code becomes more expressive and clear with fewer lines whenever you're checking conditions across lists or iterables. Try replacing loop with all or any. They make your code cleaner and more readable. So we explored 5 incredible useful Python functions: enumerate for indexed loops, zip for combining data, sorted for flexible sorting, map for efficient transformations, and any and all for concise conditions checks. Practice these functions in your projects. The more you use them, the more you'll see how they simplify your code. Thanks for joining me today. Keep coding, keep learning, and remember, Python is your superpower. If you think this video was helpful, don't hesitate to smash the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.